Now, for the fun part, the KMP file. The dreaded KMP. Here we go. So, if you did the setup correctly, you should have KMP 3D, and you should have this somewhere. Yes, hopefully you do. This tool is a little bit buggy, I'm not gonna lie. Now it's not actually necessary to use it, but I find that it's easier because it sets up the Y value. Okay, so KTPT is the starting position, and so I put it right on the start line, but you notice that the rotation is the wrong way. Oh well, we'll fix that later in KMP Cloud. We might build a rotator right now. I don't know if it will work, but we'll try. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. No guarantees with this, but whatever. Okay, the next thing that we're going to add in is the EMPT. The EMPT is the enemy group route. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. What I mean is the CPU route. And I typically just use, yeah, so there's like a group, the current group, the next group, and the scale is what these parameters are. And I'm just going to use 1110 for this. And just kind of, oh no, what did I do? I just hit Control Z a lot if I screw up. Alright, we're just going around, you know, just periodically place the points where you want the CPUs to drive. Try to make it so that they take fairly good lines so that they can keep up with the racers, the players. Okay, there we go. We got that. Now there's a whole bunch of other sections that you can add in, and you can find all of this stuff on the wiki. Yes, just go to, let's see, the KMP editing. So wiki.talkdom.com/wiki/KMP editing. And it will have all of this information for you. And the KMP is probably the trickiest part of making a course. But it's actually not that bad. You just have to learn all this stuff. Just read it all and absorb it like a sponge. So yeah, you have checkpoints, you have enemy points, start points, item routes, global objects, those are like item boxes, routes, area, cameras, respawn positions, cannon positions, ending positions. So anyway, right now we are not going to worry about like most of that stuff. We're just going to do the EMPT, the KATPT, and the checkpoints, CKPT. Actually, I'm not even sure that I'm going to do that. No, I'm not even going to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to export these coordinates that I have. I'm going to export them into my KMP folder for this course and call them course.txt. 3 laps, yes. Okay. So now I'm going to use my thing, my magic thing that does stuff for me to encode a KMP file. Yeah, and it's gonna have a whole bunch of warnings, but whatever, we're gonna fix it. Yeah, so if you followed that step, then good for you, because that was a confusing step. What I just did with what my program just did is it actually went in to here. I'll redo it by hand. So we export the coordinates, right, to course.txt, and we did that. Okay, so then we have this course.txt file, and I don't know why, but this exporter just kind of is awful. Maybe it's just because of my language or my system or something. It puts in line feeds randomly and quote marks and all sorts of garbage randomly. So what my tool does is it just kind of gets rid of all the garbage. You can do that by hand. It's kind of a pain in the butt. You just have to get rid of like all these brackets to get it in the right format. You want to get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of all the quotes, put this on a new line. Anywhere it says /n, you want to make a new line. So it should be 0, 1. Here we go. Yeah. Fun stuff. I'm glad I don't have to do this stuff. But I will do it to show you for demonstration purposes. Now you can just skip this part if you want. You can actually just do it all in KMP Cloud, but finding the Y value is the tricky part, and from what I've heard, Magic Y will do that for you. That program is on the wiki as well. I wasn't able to get it to work, but I guess it was just because I am American English and not UK English, and apparently your system has to be in UK English to make it work or something like that. So you guys can give that a shot. Alright, so now we got rid of all that garbage. Yeah, it should be able to encode okay now. Except this. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Okay. Save. Alright. So now we should be able to open a command prompt and do wkmpt encode course.txt. That was a text file. Yeah, so and it will do it, but it will give us all these warnings. Oh, whoops, we have an empty kame section and yeah, warning there. Empty section, track will freeze, oh no. Empty section, track will freeze, oh no. No checkpoint with mode 0 lap counter, oh no. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of errors in there. What I'm actually going to do, and what I do quite often, is I I'm a little bit sneaky with the ITPT. I just copy the EMPT section and throw it into the ITPT section, and that will fix that, sort of. You'll have to fine-tune it in KMP Cloud, but it's nice to get a base. Okay, so we run that command again, and code course dot KMP or dot .txt. Whoops. Okay. Error file already exists, so to fix that, just add a -o, and there we go. It did it. It didn't like it, but it did it. Okay, so we open it, of course.kmp in KMP Cloud, and we look and we see we got the start position, and this Y value we're going to be using for other stuff. Well, actually no, we're not. Hey, look, it actually did the rotation. What do you know? There's our enemy routes, and here's our item routes. Okay, so we are going to add checkpoints. So we right click, we hit add. The reason why there's multiple groups is because in sections of the track, you'll have split areas where you can take different routes, and whenever there's that, you want to split into different groups. And that's also what all of this nonsense is about here. Alright. Oh no, it's gonna do it again. Yep, it froze. It's like, no, you have an empty group, it doesn't work. Okay, we're gonna just close it and reopen it. Oh my goodness, it won't even close. Oh my goodness, who made this thing? I'm just kidding. Like, these tools are the best thing we got, so... and they're way better than using a hex editor, so I can't complain. So, if your stuff freezes, this is how you close it. Bonus tutorial inside the tutorial. You go to Task Manager and you select the application, hit End Task, and that fixes it. Right now, we're going to add to the actual group. We're going to add checkpoints. Okay, there we go. That's what we want. Okay, we're going to import our OBJ. This will make it easier to see what we're doing. We go to our OBJ file, import, and there we go. Here's our checkpoints. We're going to zoom in. Oh man, where is our starting line? That's a good question. Well, we can look at it right here. There it is. So we want our first checkpoint to be right there at the top. It doesn't actually show the starting line, but oh well. We'll make do. Okay, so right here, this is a key checkpoint, so you're going to want, for your starting line, you want, and the finish line, you're going to use this key, 0, 0. And then, from there, if it's not a key checkpoint, you don't have to worry about it. Typically, you want, like, about 3 key checkpoints at least. But it kind of depends on the track. You can have more than that. These other checkpoints you're just going to kind of add along the way. they're going to kind of correspond to respawn points. Which we're going to add here later. Okay, so this one I'm going to make a key one because it's on the opposite side. I'm actually only going to make 2 key checkpoints in this course, but usually you should have more than that. Add more stuff. The cool thing about checkpoints is they're 2D instead of 3D, so you don't have to worry about a Y value. And we just go along here, putting in checkpoints. You want to make sure that it crosses all the way across so that the players will be registered through them. If they're not all the way across, then the players could sneak by and they won't get their lap counted. So that's important. Alright, we're going to save that. Let's look at our properties for this thing. Okay, so last is 0, next is 0. Okay, good. Just what we want. Now the cool thing is we can actually go back and forth between the textual version and the KMP version using Weem's tools. So we can go like this: WKMPT decode course.kmp, and then we're going to overwrite the text file. See, look, not nearly as many errors. Except for we have this problem right here, that's a big deal. Okay, so we decoded it. Now what we want to do is we want to encode it, but we want it to automatically add checkpoints for us. So to do that, you need to have your EMPT already set up and your checkpoint set up. Oh my goodness, and you have a million things in here, but that's okay. Alright, so this is the checkpoint, and right here you're going to want to add auto respawn, auto next to 1, and auto respawn to 1 under the CKPT, and I believe that's it. Then you're going to want to find the EMPT. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, no, that's not what we want. We actually want the JGPT. That's the respawn section. And what we want is to put in here this. We're going to auto-define based on the EMPT section. So auto-remove needs to be 2. Yeah, there we go. So we save that. And now we go back to our command prompt and we go WKMPT encode course.txt-o. A lot less warnings, so that's great. So now our KMP should have all of the respawn points automatically added, which is nice. Let's go look. Respawns. Yep, there they are. Okay. So now we're going to, there's other sections of the KMP, but we're not going to cover them right now. We are going to go and actually test out our course. We're going to replace the course.kmp file with the KMP file that we made. Voila. And we're going to save it. And now we're going to use WeScrubber and Dolphin to test out our track. Why am I in downloads? Okay. Documents, CTs, tutorial. Oh. Where is my thing? Oh, hello. I need to load the ISO. Okay. There we go. Test ISO. Okay, so you go in here to your partition 0. If you didn't resize your partition, just really quick, you just go like that, and you just put it to the maximum. That way you can have space for your course if your course is larger. So just like that. We expand, we go down here to race course, and then we want to go to beginner course because that's the course we're replacing. We right click and hit replace, and then we go to our SCS file. Okay, and it replaced it. We exit because otherwise Dolphin has a fit. And we go to Mario Kart Wii. You can use an emulated Wiimote and use the keyboard, or you can use an actual Wiimote if you have that set up with Bluetooth or whatever. Yep, and that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be covering more tutorials in the future, but hopefully this will give you a good start. See you later.